personal. It's personal between me and you, and I'm going to do you some serious harm, you big stiff idiot.
The untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing game's been missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, interesting stuff, right? So, the other day I was at a gym here in South Florida called Square Up Boxing and Fitness. It's a new gym, or it's new to me. Apparently, it's been around for like 2 years, but I just never heard of it. Never been there, so I went there recently because I got invited to go interview Jermaine Franklin. And while I was there, I saw my good friend, my good buddy, Jesse Robinson. You know, one of the OGs of boxing, a former director of boxing for Warriors Boxing, and you know, just a really smart man, a really great person to know in the sport of boxing. I love Jesse Robinson. Jesse was talking to me. I was talking to Jesse about this Naoya Inoue Stephen Fulton fight in this trip I'm going to in Japan, because it is the road to Inoue and Fulton. And he threw out this interesting fight, and I never thought about this fight, so I figured, you know what, I'd make a video about it. Now, I've heard a lot of people in boxing say, and in my comment section too, say that Naoya Inoue is so good that like Stephen Fulton's not going to be a problem. Nobody at 122 will be a problem. So like these guys like Rais Salim and Louis Netty, these guys aren't going to be any problem for Inoue. I've heard a lot of people say that in order for the monster to get his biggest test, he's gonna have to go up to 126. You know, a lot of people think he won't really start losing a fight. He won't lose a fight until he maybe goes to featherweight. So I said, okay, cool. Now Jesse, when I was talking to him, he asked me, he said, what do you think about Naoya Inoue in a fight against Bruce Lee? Not that Bruce Lee, but the Bruce Lee of 126, and the Bruce Lee of 126 is none other than WBA. Right now, he's currently the WBA mandatory challenger at featherweight, and that is Otabek Kholmatov from Uzbekistan. Now, this fighter, Otabek, he's still very unknown amongst boxing fans, but when Jesse suggested this fight to me, I sat there and I thought about it, and I said, man, what a fight. What a fight that would be. Because this Otabek, I'm telling you guys, this Otabek Kholmatov, he's a killer. I mean, killer. First of all, he's a featherweight, yeah, so he's already naturally bigger than Inoue would be, but he's a big featherweight. Like, he could probably fight at 130 later on in the future, because he's got the range, he's got the frame for it, you know. And then you get into the boxing, right? Very, very deep amateur pedigree, style-wise, you know, southpaw, but a power punching southpaw. He's a southpaw that when he punches you with bad intentions. And one thing about boxing is a southpaw is dangerous. A well-educated southpaw is extra dangerous, but the most dangerous is a well-educated southpaw who can punch. And that's what Otabek Kholmatov is. He's a well-conditioned southpaw punching killer. You know, so I would love that fight, because it would really make Inoue have to think, and he would have to really use a lot more of his boxing skills, because Kholmatov doesn't get tired. Kholmatov's very well-conditioned. I mean, he's not one of these guys that will ever fade in a fight. But he does have some things to clean up defensively. So I could see Inoue in a hypothetical fight. I could see Inoue touching Otabek with some straight right hands down the middle, because anybody who knows anything knows that the right hand is the southpaw killer. So it would be a great fight. Obviously, in order for Otabek to even get in line for a fight like that, he would have to pick up one of the world titles. So then you have to ask yourself the question: do you think Otabek could beat Mauricio Lara? I think he could beat Mauricio Lara, and if they fight, I think he'll win. I think he'll beat him. You know, so I'm getting out ahead of it right now, man. I'm getting out ahead of it right now, because it was such a great fight in the match. But I was thinking about it. Naoya, if you know, I'm not trying to disrespect Stephen Fulton, because I respect the hell out of Stephen Fulton, but if there was a fight, if we could just, you know, look into the crystal ball, let's just say Inoue conquers 122 and he goes up to 26. If there's a fight that I would like to see, apart from obviously like the biased ones, like, you know, Angelo Leo, because he's at 26 now, this would be it, Otabek Kholmatov, because I feel like Otabek has the stamina, he has the power, he has the height, he has the reach, he has the size to really give Inoue some problems. And that may sound crazy to a lot of people, because a lot of people don't know who Otabek is. You'll be finding out very soon. So this video, I believe, will age well. And, you know, we'll see. I'll revisit it in a year's time, and we'll see what happens. But we'll see. You know, I just think there's not many fighters around 122, 126 that could match Inoue punch for punch. But this guy, I think, is one of the only fighters that punch for punch could match Inoue. As far as like the devastating punches and the grown man punches and in exchanges, you know, when you get into those exchanges with Naoya Inoue, I think Otabek is probably one of the only fighters in this weight, around these weights, that has the firepower to really deal with him in that sort of a manner. So it's a hell of a fight. I think that fight would bring out more of the boxer in Inoue and really make him go to some places maybe he has had to go to. Because the one thing about Otabek Kholmatov that I've seen from him sparring over the years, like I've had a chance to watch him spar numerous amounts of times at a Warriors boxing gym down here in South Florida. You know, he's a guy that has gears. Like, he gets better as fights go on. Like, and in sparring as well. You know, first 2-3 rounds he's whatever, but like you get to that 4th, 5th, 6th round, as you saw Thomas Ward in the fight, and he just goes to another level and beats the piss out of you, butchers you. So I would love that fight in the future, but obviously a lot needs to happen in the future for this fight to even be a possibility. Inoue has to beat Fulton. Inoue has to probably conquer 122. Then Otabek has to become champion, and he needs to be there when Inoue decides to move to featherweight. And we don't know when that will happen. So I thought it was interesting to talk about. But let me know what you guys think, man. Naoya Inoue, the monster, versus Bruce Lee. What a fight! That's an easy fight to sell because, you know, Otabek looks kind of like Bruce Lee. So wouldn't that be a great promotional slogan? The monster versus Bruce Lee. The fight sells itself. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me. But I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys. Thank you for watching another video on the untouchable True School Sports Empire. For more great boxing content just like this video, click right here and make sure you subscribe. Much love from sunny South Florida.